So what happened when Hawkman and Hawkwoman bumped into each other up in the sky?
I don't know.
He saw clouds.
Those are good guesses. But it was Hawkward. Welcome to the greatest DC Comics show on YouTube.
The greatest DC Comics show on YouTube. Fanboys live and the retro review.
We're here tonight with the family show. Signature King, the Royal of Foils, is here. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well.
Awesome. And first of the month, so we've got Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe back with us. And how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you very much. I've been looking forward to this, and time barely passes when I'm not on. It feels weird when I'm not on Fanboys, so I'm glad to be back.
Come back more often. Come back every week if you want. You're more than welcome to.
That's too much homework for me. I don't know if I can.
Exactly. Well, we always love the shows that you're on. And thank you for, if you're watching on the Rewind, joining us too. In the live chat, we have John's Comics with Friends starting us out. He is on vacation right now and has been reading some Silver Age DC.
Can I interrupt?
Mm-hmm.
Because John reached out to me this morning with tales of one of the Silver Age DC stories he found in an Aquaman book, and it comes from this issue of Lois Lane. And so it's where she meets Aquaman and turns into a mermaid, and it's hysterical. It just is really fun. And he's like, this is crazy. So I was like, I haven't read that in a long time. I'm going to go dig this book up. And so I did, and I just had a blast.
Are you going to do any videos on that?
I think I'm going to have to, John. It's your fault. It is absolutely your fault that this now has to be a little book report on this particular story. So blame John.
By the way, speaking of your channel, I heard you talking about my giant-sized man thing.
Yes, I did. For those of you who have not yet voted in the Comic Book Community Awards, we would politely request that you consider this show for best live stream. And to help in your deliberations, I posted a video on my channel called Poor Magic Lasso. And I put together a little movie just to give you a sense of what happens on this show sometimes. And the discussion about Magic Lasso's giant size man thing is a perfect example of that. So you can see it in action, and then you can.
I don't know if you see it in action, but
not on this channel.
Not on this way.
Lucinda.
Hi, Lucinda. Thank you very much for the vote. We certainly appreciate it.
I love that. Kind. Cher, Madonna, Celine, Dolly, Lucinda.
Yeah, and Lucinda.
Yeah. But great to have all of you here in the live stream with us. So I'll ask both of you, has there been any comic hunting going on, either online or in person? I always like to know.
For me, I'm always shopping for books. I got Baltimore Comic-Con coming up a little over a month away, so I'm trying to get some, I really want to get that book signed. So I'm on my comic shop online a lot right now. I'm on eBay right now, communicating with my LCS looking for specific books. So I don't want to spoil what they are in case I do get them signed. So
okay, well, if you need help out this way, I do go
to
if
only I knew
someone.
Yeah, if only I knew someone in the comic shop
who worked at one.
Yeah,
who managed one. Golly.
Yeah.
Well, I have picked up something that you guys might be surprised that I did. I saw that at San Diego, the Absolute series kept winning award after award, and so I'm like, well, I should the guys talk about this. I should probably check something out. So I was looking on, it's like, oh, the Batman one seemed too scary and violent for me, so I picked up the Superman one.
Oh, okay.
In trade. And
have you started it?
I finished it. I roared through it. I really liked it. It's a
you
lot
did okay.
I really did. Now I will say that I think they spent a little too much time on Krypton. You kind of want to see the place blow up. So, but that's a minor quibble. I love what they did with Lois Lane, and I love the surprise, and because all the while it's the Lazarus Corporation that is causing havoc, and I'm like, Lazarus, like the Lazarus pit, but that's Batman, blah blah blah. Oh my god! And here, spoiler alert: Ra's al Ghul shows up at the end, which means I have to now buy Volume 2 because I'm kind of in. So
just so you know, Volume 2 has been out for a while, and Volume 3 was it's got I think the Volume 3 FOC is tomorrow, so that's coming very soon.
Great.
So,
okay. No, I like it a lot. I really do. You're right. It's different and it's darker, but it's because it's Superman. It's not, painfully gross.
I'm not just saying this because it falls into branding for me, but Absolute Wonder Woman is really good.
Yes. Yeah. I should probably pick that up too.
Yeah. So the first trade is good. The second trade is even better. Okay. And then the third one, which they've just announced the release date for, is even better than the other ones.
So, but I should get the first to follow the second.
Yeah. It's just so you understand.
And so
that's cool.
Yeah. So there's a whole series of Darwin Cook cards, which made me think, talking about what have you been hunting for, I somehow misplaced or loaned out and never got back my paperback of the
New Frontier.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. And so I ended up, it's like, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. So I got the big hardcover.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. The panel, the ultimate thing. It's a beautiful book.
Nice.
And so, yeah, I'll be doing something on that too. But
nice. Have you ever watched the animated version of that movie?
Yes. Yeah. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was.
I think and I also have a production cell from like one of the last pages of that book where he's quoting Kennedy's speech in there. So I need to dig that out and add that back into the gallery downstairs in the comic book room. So
very nice.
Anyway, yeah. So the cards could do more than just, aren't they pretty? It's like can send you back down rabbit holes that you really like too.
Sure. Yeah. Well, as we segue over into the news portion of what's been going on in the world of DC Comics, not the top story, but Detective Comics' first appearance of Clayface going to get a facsimile.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, which I don't think any of us are all that surprised since the Clayface movie is coming, in a few months.
Yeah, October, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know nothing about that character. I know absolutely nothing.
I don't know about you guys, but I never see this cover. Like, I never see it in the wild. I never see anyone posting this cover. I just never see it.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a 12-cent book.
Yeah,
it was a 12-cent book.
For sure.
That'd be my wife if I pass away. She would sell my book. Like, I got $1 for that book.
Exactly.
October 21st is the release date.
Cool.
So, another piece of news that kind of came out towards the end of the week, Rumorville is saying, and there's no confirmation of this, but it's saying that once Tom King wraps up this current story arc on Wonder Woman, that he's leaving the title. So
he's been on for a while, right?
But his goal was to do 100 issues.
Oh, and he's not going to make that?
No, he's only, we're only in issue 30 something right now, and he hasn't done all 30 of them. So
okay.
I'm not surprised by this. I think that Tom King is getting so much more and better money in the entertainment side of DC, in writing TV shows and movies and this, and being in those production meetings, that's taking away from his time to be able to write a monthly comic book.
Yeah.
So no word who would replace Tom King. Stephanie Phillips has been a forerunner, but she says, and she confirms, she says, I don't have the Wonder Woman title. Now she's guest filling in right now for the current issue and the next issue. But she says, no, I'm not locked in as Wonder Woman. She said, but I am doing something with Donna Troy. So,
okay.
Yeah. SK, what do you have for news?
The Man of Tomorrow movie, the new Superman coming up. I think that's after Clayface. That's the next one after Clay. I think that's July of 2027. So seems like we just got it, and we're getting another one. Yep. Announced that they're getting a new hero that will appear.
Okay.
And it's a hero we've already met, and it's Blue Beetle. he's coming back to the Superman Man of Tomorrow movie, which confirms that movie is James Gunn's verse. There was a lot of, it's Snyder or Gunn. It could have gone either way. It was like right at the end, right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But that actor confirmed they are filming scenes for the Man of Tomorrow.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. There is an actress who gave an exclusive interview, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I'm going to drop it in the chat and let you guys take a crack at it.
Adria Arjona.
That one. Let's go with that. That sounds great. So she was, someone asked her, and let me back up. Well, this needs a little bit of context. So we see all the time directors will follow someone they want to cast on social media for whatever role. And James Gunn and Peter Safran followed this young lady on Instagram and the X or whatever it is. And she was given an interview and they asked her, are you Wonder Woman in the Gunverse? And she said she can't talk about her role or any role in James Gunn's movieverse. So she is sworn to secrecy.
So yes.
Yep. That's usually what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's I could see her being a young Diana Prince. I don't know. I don't know. People said the same thing about Gal Gadot when they announced that she was Wonder Woman. Oh, I can't see it. There's a bad cast, but obviously it was a home run cast. So who knows? Maybe lightning could strike twice. She definitely looks like she could pull it off. She was in a couple of shows. I remember seeing her face in a few places. She was in Andor, the Star Wars thing.
Oh,
yeah, she was in Andor.
I
and
love
some other things
that
that
show.
I don't recall.
Is she?
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. Hopefully, we'll see her on the big screen. And this is kind of sad.
Oh,
but
she'd be good. Can I go back?
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, she would be great. The character she played, she's a one. Tom Holland is so winning,
Yeah.
And I think with Supergirl, it's like a character that no one really cares that much about, an actress that no one knew anything about. And so it was going to be an uphill climb, I think. So, yeah, that was my news too. Tony's like, Spider-Man came out.
Spider-Man came out and just totally mopped the floor.
Totally mopped the floor with every other.
Yep.
Which I would have, even without seeing the Supergirl movie, I would have been like, that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
But guess which a comic book run turns 10 years old today? Not today, this last week.
So from 2016.
Like I would
2016.
know. Please, you're so cute. Go ahead.
DC Rebirth.
Oh.
10 years ago. Seemed like
Wow.
only yesterday. Yeah. I remember my shop did a midnight release, and they rarely ever do midnight releases. There was like 3 people in line, and one of them worked there.
Yeah. Dio Wolf Comics 1978 is here. Hey, Dio, how you doing?
Yeah. I did shave. I'm more aerodynamic. Gas is getting more expensive, so when I stick my head out the window with Ace Ventura and I'm driving, I'm getting better mileage.
Can I go back to Jackson saying Andor is the best thing I've seen in years?
Yeah.
Ditto, and that's why Jackson and I are simpatico. Absolutely brilliant series.
Rebirth on Harley. Yeah. I liked Rebirth. I liked the New 52. I know a lot of people didn't care for either of them, but I really liked them.
I thought people would enjoy my giant-sized man thing. They didn't.
These things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have counselors for that.
But did you see, though, Magic, that 67 people eventually watched?
I think you were 64 of those views.
Oh.
Showing her friends, look at this, isn't this hilarious? Like, watch this.
Yeah. Maybe I might have gotten one out of Luxinda because you sent it to her, but that's about it. So
okay. As I said, it was short.
Well, just click off that comment.
Yeah.
Do we have any other news?
That's it. It was really short news week, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, Mr. SK, if you don't mind pulling up the assist, we had Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe pick tonight's retro review,
Yes.
which is Starfire. Now, it might not be the Starfire that you think it is. Tell us why you picked this tonight.
Well, can I just say, I didn't realize that that Starfire that you see now is different than the Starfire that's out in the world now. So,
Yes.
Running with the Titans.
yeah, I was like, oh, they're not related at all, because I picked it thinking, oh, well, this will be interesting. The guys will be able to tell me how she is transformed and how the character has grown over these many decades. Basically, they just ditched it and came up with something else. So
I am going to interject and say, when it comes to the book show portion, you might be surprised by my book show when you realize this is not even DC's first Starfire.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So book show will explain more.
Okay, good. Okay. So, yeah. And also you'll see as this goes on, I have thoughts on this book. And
Okay.
so
we're going back to 1976.
yeah.
And is it David Michelinie? Is that
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
David Michelinie.
Michelinie? He was the writer of the first two issues, and then Tony's issue will be written by somebody else. But you can kick it off, Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe, with the review of issue number 1.
Okay, so yes, 1976, and the splash page right there puts us right in the action with Starfire, the damsel in distress down the left-hand corner, being rescued from ugly green slug men by a badly dressed Renaissance fair cosplayer. He on the second page, he helps her escape to his spaceship. It's kind of a lengthy thing where he's telling her, no, go through the door, you ding-a-ling, go through the door. But on page 3, so she gets into the spaceship. And then on page 3, we are treated to this bit of prose. An uncontrolled trembling quivers. Oh, I should say, this is told in second person. So the entire story is told, you this, you that, meaning you Starfire. So an uncontrolled trembling quivers your lithe figure as you mount the softly pulsing platform. You watch the robed stranger's hands play over glowing jewels, unfamiliar rods, and then trembling turns to gape-mouthed terror as, oh my God, the rocket ship takes off. Okay, so she is in the spaceship, and then she launches into the backstory reverie, where we basically learn that she was captured as an infant and raised as a very special person in this world, where she was clothed and fed and getting some kind of education. Now, she did realize that other humans on her planet were slaves, but she thought that maybe they liked that arrangement. Well, when she turned 18, she was told that she would mate with Sookaroth, the leader of the Slugmen. And she is grossed out by that news, so she did a Rapunzel out her window, and there you can see her at that last panel.
Slugman, how romantic.
Yeah, I know. So she, hurls herself out of the window, thanks with some bed sheets, and made her run for it. But they caught up with her, and luckily that goes on for a page, and it doesn't really matter. But the Renaissance guy actually saves her, and then we're caught up with the story. So then we get the Renaissance guy giving a little backstory on him, where he is actually a priest, and his name is Dagan. And he decides that he's going to help this ignorant girl, kind of whether she likes it or not. And on the page following, we get the montage of all her training. There we go. You have to have a training montage, as he quickly turns her into a heroine deserving of her own titled comic book. He gives her the backstory of the planet, which was perpetually at war, and his religious order created a machine that transported the slugmen, who were called the Mygorg, from their homeworld to help in the fight. The opposing humans created their own transportation device and brought in another race called the Yorg, and it was all war all the time. And finally, the Mygorg and the Yorg realized that, well, we can run this place better than the humans. So they turned on the humans and took control of the planet and made all the people slaves. So now Starfire is pretty slow on the uptake of this, but she's getting it. So she's out later. She's out practicing her skills. When she is set upon by, I think the next page, you'll have the big dream. There it is, the big green dragon. Dagan appears at just the right moment to save her. He chastises her at this point by calling her a little fool, but desire takes over. There we go. And spaghetti sauce is on the menu. Later, next page, I love this part too. There it is, that first panel. Later, she returns home after hunting wabbits. She's been hunting wabbits to find that their place has been destroyed and Dagan is missing. Now, she knows that she magically knows it's Sookaroth and tracks them to a castle where humans are jailed. You can see the jail cell there. And Dagan is kind of on this rack, like torture machine, and on his last breath. But there is time for one last bit of mansplaining before he moves on. Yeah, where he says, I've taught you as best I can that a person belongs to no one but himself, and it is that knowledge alone that can set this world free, but only if you have the courage to accept it. It's up to you now, my love. And he expires. So for a moment, there is silence, and in that silence, a metamorphosis begins, and without counsel, without advice, save that of anger and a long-sought awareness, a decision is made, and suddenly she's smarter, braver, and stronger than she ever was before. So long story short, she releases the prisoners, and they join her in fighting the Mygorg. She eventually gets to battle Sookaroth mano a mano. And at the end of the little duel there, gets him on the ground. And in the category of fights and art feels fast. This takes up a couple pages. But in the last page of the story, there you go. She's got Sookaroth right where she wants him. And she has a decision to make. Let him live or kill him. And she says, the Sookaroth says to her, I'll give you one last chance, woman. Release me and I'll forgive this impertinence. And she says, you'll what? You mean that after keeping my entire race in chains, after treating me like a household pet, after murdering the man I love, you dare demand mercy? In a word, Sookaroth, no. And all you get is a close-up of her eyeball with Sookaroth's face in pain. And then you get the picture where she's crying tears of, I don't know, heightened awareness and blood off her thing, because she did kill him. So, though inside you know that this is a beginning, the major battles remain yet to be fought, but you and others like you, by those willing to die for the winning of a world. And there she stands in the last panel against the ghostly visage of the Renaissance Fair cosplayer Dagan. And so ends the first issue.
I have a question. How does she put on that outfit? And what an absolutely stupid design.
You know what?
No purpose.
Yes, and in fact, I think people wrote in later on in the series and were like, this is the dumbest outfit. So they made effort to like change it. You know,
I mean,
later in
look-
the run.
Look at it. I mean, here's this panel on the right here. It's like legless on the left side, but has an arm on the right side, and then vice versa. Like, what's the point? Like,
In all fairness, I will say that the Wasp over in Marvel, part of the Avengers, she's known for wearing different outfits. She had a very similar outfit laid out like that, with one side, didn't have a leg, and the opposite side.
here's a great example. Cover 2, yeah.
So
it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like I never understood that. Like even in like gaming, you know what I mean? Like if you play a female character, you unlock the super cool kid armor,
Mhm.
and it's just like a bikini top. Like how is this more protection than what I had?
Yeah. Well, I mean, once again, Red Sonja wore even less than that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, she's dressed like a nun compared to her. So
yeah, exactly. So I'll kick us off with our second issue of Starfire. I think that is one wicked cover, though. I mean, that's a good cover. That's good artwork. It's a good cover.
yeah, agreed.
So as we get started in our story, we are at a castle, and we hear some horrible laughter, and we see that someone's on the receiving end of, it looks like, some punishment. And the human is being told to crawl and to grovel before their masters. It's fitting for you to know humility before your punishment begins. And someone runs up, and he's like, wait, please, I'm begging of you. This boy, this Kyrse, possibly might be his name, Kyrse, he didn't mean any harm. He was curious. And they're like, I'm sure that we can work something out. And they're like, silence, your son was caught participating in forbidden activities, and for that he must pay. And someone says, aye, monster, there will be payment aplenty this night, only it will all be made by Starfire. So we get this great battle splash with Starfire and her crew in the story called The Siege of Lorthan Manor. So she instantly jumps into battle, and they're dueling with their swords, and Starfire says, you fare well against a boy, Grayskin. Now let's see how you stand against warriors. And the response to that is filthy human. The carrion birds are going to feast tonight. And she says, yes, they will, demon, as long as they have a fondness for Mygorg flesh, because she's going to take them out. So the battle is instantly underway on that 2-page splash. Until at last, she says, well, that leaves a few less tyrants to walk this land. And she asks if the boy was hurt. And he says, I'm fine, but who are you? And she says, well, I'm Starfire, and these are my companions. We're seeking shelter and provisions, and we were drawn to your lights. But when we arrived and saw what was happening, and this person, this protector who stepped in before, said, hey, you stuck your prying noses in where they don't belong, you meddlesome ruffian. And she's kind of shocked by this response. As he's walked off, one of Starfire's crew says, hey, watch your tongue. We just saved a human life here. And the boy interrupts and says, please, that's my father. And don't mind Timmy, is a difficult role to play, sometimes at the cost of good manners. But he says, come, you've done us a great service, and we'll at least offer you food and drink in repayment for that. So food and drink is where we go on the next page, and they are enjoying the food and drink, but they say it's a shame the hospitality isn't as good as the meal. And so the father finally speaks up, and he says, you don't understand what you've done. Don't you realize that we humans are no more than insects to the Mygorg, to be ignored until needed to fight their wars or till their fields? Most of the time we're left to our own devices, governed by Mygorg-appointed magistries like myself. And then their security just comes around to make sure that things are running smoothly and we're obeying them. And the soldiers you slaughter were from that patrol, and they caught my son reading a book, which is an activity that's forbidden to humans. It's a minor offense, and I probably could have worked it out until you went and killed them. And Starfire's like, well, why don't we just bury the corpses someplace that they won't be discovered? And he's like, why? Because those soldiers were, and he gets immediately interrupted when a guard has been hit by a Mygorg spear and is killed. So they know that they're under attack. And he's like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. The soldiers weren't the entire patrol. They were merely just the advance guard. So the rest of these soldiers from the Mygorg know that something has happened to the people that came ahead, and they're ready to make them pay in human blood. So Starfire says, hey, we need to get to the walls. They can't reach the inner yards. So they take off. And once again, it's an all-out scale launch. Starfire in the midst of all of it, too, with her sword. And they say such philosophy is strong incentive for survival, at least in this instance. So then we go on to the next page, and Starfire has won again. And they said, okay, they're falling back. And she's like, I bet not for long, though. And she's right, because the troops are regrouping, and they're kind of planning a second attack when the leader of the troop says, no, they're too strong. We sustained too many losses already, but perhaps there is another way. Summon a runner and have them contact the main camp, and let's arrange a little surprise for our enemy. So that night, the son, Kyrse, is talking to his dad, and the dad is like, no, I'm not going to let you join these rebels. I forbid it. And he's like, hey, father, at least they're fighting. All you do is sit here and accept this oppression. He's like, but I do it for a reason. We're alive and together. And your mother was killed when the Mygorg first came, and now you're all I have left. Can't you see I only want to do what I think is best for you? I would do anything to keep you safe. He's like, well, anything but be a man. Is that it? Well, I'm sorry, father. I still love you, but I have to do what I think is right. And he wants to stop him, but he walks out. So we catch up with Starfire again, and her crew is noticing that she seems a little uneasy. And I'm sorry, it's not her crew. It's someone else who goes up to Starfire and says, hey, you look a little uneasy. You need to learn to relax. Perhaps I can help by instructing you in some gentler arts your Mygorg captors might have neglected. And she's like, you can forget it. I already have a recipe and know how to stir that spaghetti sauce.
Right.
I'll need your recipe.
I like, and then flips him over.
Yes, and then she takes him and flips him over and proves that she really is not interested and has no use. And then says, and anytime you want another lesson, don't hesitate to. And then Kyrse interrupts her, and he says, I've decided I want to join you, though I admit I have little experience in swordsmanship, but I do have something to offer. It's a map in the ruins of a temple that leads to the legendary Lightning Lords. So the Mygors, and you see all the Mygor, all conflict and other personal combat. When they took over the world, they destroyed all the weapons that weren't powered solely by the user. So this map is going to lead them. Somehow this Lightning Lord retained some of these old weapons, and this map is going to lead them to where that's located. And they think this might be a good way to be able to stop the Mygor. He says, if you take me with you, I'll use the map to lead you to the sanctuary. And she's like, you don't need to bribe me. The longing for freedom in your heart is enough. And she welcomes him into their group. But while the ranks of the rebels have increased by one, their foes have gotten the surprise from the main camp. It's arrived. And they're securing the riding harness to make sure that they can get in there and get their revenge. And they're set. And then all of a sudden inside, we see some men that are taken out. And we realize it is by this sky beast that you see at the bottom panel there. And his eye beams are just destroying people. And destruction is racking the courtyard, filling the air with screams and the stench of cindered flesh. So Starfire realizes what is going on, and she vows that demon is going to die. And she goes up and wants to stab it, but its skin is so tough that the blade doesn't cut into it and bounces off. But she does see an idea when she sees a rope. So she's able to wrap it around one of the pillars. And then on the next page, she's able to take the rope and, like a good warrior, makes it into a lasso and ties the foot of the sky demon. And so now the animal is freaking out and is out of control and is just kind of blasting its beam wherever. And the guy is barely staying on top of the animal, trying to control it. And the animal is circling around so much that on the next page, we realize that her plan comes to fruition. He circled around that pillar that he crashes into it and knocks the guy off. So The terror replaces training, and the tortured creature starts to lash out with renewed bursts of lethal power as it gets freed from this. And Starfire's trying to escape it. This creature doesn't even know where it's shooting, and she's just trying to predict where it might land and get people out of the way if it's at all possible. So Starfire says on the next page, it's time to escape, my friends, while we can. The Mygorg will not stay routed for long. She tells that little boy, Kyrse, that it's time to go. And he says, I can't go with you, not yet. When order's restored, there will need to be, there's going to be problems, and I kind of want to stay here. And don't you think that my father is here and I need to do what I can to try to save him? So he gives her the map and says, just take it. We'll join you as soon as we can. So Starfire takes off and says, well, the boy knows what he's doing, I hope. And then we go into the next page, and we see that his father is starting to prepare a weapon. And he says, when this chaos is quieted, the Mygorg is going to take revenge, and I need to be ready from this. And he's like, if I kill some of the rebels, maybe that will show them that we had nothing to do with this. It's kind of treacherous to do this. It's murdering my own kind. And then he's like, wait, someone's coming. In the shadows, it's one of the rebels. I mustn't falter. For my son's sake, I must do this now. And he shoots it, only to realize that he shot his son fatally. And, he realizes it's over. They'll have to believe me. And then he realizes it's his son that he hit. So then his son, it's over. And he's gone. And then hours later, leagues distant, we catch up with Starfire. And in her group, the guy says, well, Star, it looks like the boy isn't going to show. And she says, I fear you're right. He was a brave lad and he will be missed, but he did leave us a legacy, a map that may prove a key to reestablishing man as the ruler of this planet. So come on, friends, let's find these fabled lightning lords and see what our key might open. And that brings us to the end of issue 2.
Very cool.
And a quest. We now have a major quest.
Yes. Now we have a new writer for this final issue that we're going to cover tonight in issue 3. Take it away, SK.
Seeing these covers made me realize this is issue 3 right now. Every issue, her outfit has been a different shade of green. Here's issue 1, dark green. Issue 2, a little bit more green than
lime green.
Yeah, lime green. And then here, issue 3, there's no black on at all, just different shades of green. Hey, when you're the leader of a rebellion, you got a wardrobe change. Got to keep it fresh. As the kids say, you got to keep your drip clean. I don't know what it is. That can't be. Anyway, kicking this thing off. And I think now that I know what the other 2 issues have in store, this is a flashback. And I apologize for the poor quality. It looks like whoever scanned this in either didn't have a good copy or something was wrong with the scanner. There are pages in here that are borderline unreadable, illegible. And there's a lot of rust stains on some of these, so just bear with me. We go. It's a cut. Maybe it's not like a flashback like I thought it was. So anyway, they're coming up on an arena battle of some sort. So this guy, he's a human, and he's fighting this big frost dragon, and it's pretty awesome. So you ever seen a dragon with like deer antlers? Yeah, they have those apparently wherever they are. So he's fighting this dragon, and it can blow not fire, but like it's like an ice breath kind of thing. So he's tasked with like fighting these different types of animals, and the arena battle is interrupted by Starfire and her crew. They take out the guards, and the human slave runs into a cage. And this is one of those pages that you just can't read it. I don't know what the heck's wrong with it. So they take the cage. They take the human slave. And as the rebels are trying to figure out, what their next tactic is, the slave is able to break through the bars and kind of free himself and save Starfire from a would-be assassin, which I thought was pretty cool. I forget the name. The name they named that guy is really funny. I forget what it was. But here we cut back to, I forget, this guy's like some kind of a judge or regent, governor, and he's auctioning off some slaves. And this one, the way they treated this slave, it reminded me of a way a farmer might use like a pig to find truffles or different types of mushrooms, because it took me a while to figure out what I was looking at. It looked like maybe that's what he was doing. It was finding different types of flowers for them. But this is like, they're zooming out of this bottom panel here of a big rock. And you can, if you look really close, you can see the people inside of there. So it's like, oh, okay. It's just really silly how it was just drawn. But yeah, the pages get progressively worse, by the way. So this is really hard to read sometimes. My slave has determined that the human and her followers have gone in this direction. So they are trying to track down Starfire. They're handing out accurately drawn photos of her just standing there, which I thought was, of all the technology, this is, in a galaxy far away, a long time ago, yada, yada. They still have to hand draw.
Yeah.
Suspects they're looking for. But we cut back to the Starfire and the rebellion. And, they decided their next move. They're going to strike. They're going to destroy the bad guys here. The Mygorg, is that how we're saying it? Mygorg?
Mygorg.
Yeah.
Mygorg.
Yeah, Mygorg. So the slave here tricks the Mygorg slave owner, and he's able to Jabba the Hutt style choke this guy out, which I thought was pretty funny, with his own chains, and he runs off. And he's able to stumble across the rebellion, and he's giving him all this detailed information about the castle and the grounds and all that good stuff. And they plan their attack. They're going to attack the Mygorg, the stables that house a lot of their animals, which I got to say, like, that's all the technology in the world, and they're riding these like mutated horses. So they're looking to storm this barn, free some slaves that are likely going to help them. So they are in the midst of this slave uprising, but they do get cornered, and they're saved by his. Oh, that's right. His name is Thump. The slave's name is Thump, and he kind of looks like the guy from the Goonies. Hey, you guy, like that guy. The way they draw him, he's bald. His face is kind of disfigured. But yeah, he's able to ride these giant beasts and save them. And he takes out the Mygorg. And what's really funny is at the end of this whole thing, they burn down the base, the old military base by the aliens. And Starfire rides the back of Thump down the road like he's some kind of horse.
Or she's a little kid, and it's her dad, and just at the fair, right?
Yeah. I thought that was funny. So they move on to
My Gorg, talk about my little Gorg. Okay, sorry.
We need an album. We need an album release. But she's approached and scared by the original slave of that base, and she kind of realizes what happened, so she gets even more information from him. I don't know what Thump here is trying to say, and it looks like she doesn't either. And so it's like, okay, we're just gonna. But he has given us our direction. Of course, the slave Thump, now the free slave, just kind of points in the direction of where this rebellion needs to move forward to keep this freedom train moving. and that's where it rolls up into issue 3, kind of ends. You see them kind of walking off into the distance, but this guy can't even speak. He's a slave, so I doubt he can read. What is he doing with the map? Somebody take it away from him. You're gonna get lost.
Yeah, he's not Tom.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the end of issue 3.
Okay. I want to discuss the series, but first I want to say hi to a couple people that have joined us during the review, including Super Russ 9000. Hope you're doing well. Yes. And then Ben Compton 8240 has popped in. So hope you're doing well too. Okay. So what do we think about this Starfire in these first 3 issues?
It's a good story. I see these in the dollar bin sometimes. I do have 1 or 2 issues. I think I have half the run, but I've never really read it. So this was a first read for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
The first issue, the one that I read, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 2. I think, a point for it being about a woman, and maybe another point for her awakening as a warrior and killing her tormentor. You know what I mean? I like that. But there's big demerits for me for the constant sexual overtones in that first issue. But the bigger demerit for the whole premise of that first issue, which is, we need a wise, patient, saintly man to teach someone, to not be someone else's property, because women are just too stupid to know any better, because they are privileged and they are pampered. I think I'm reading this going, oh my God, it would have been so easy to have a stronger premise where she is absolutely cognizant from, the jump from her early days about the injustices to her and her people, and, that she has desire and agency to join the fight. Now, luckily, that kind of just my quibbles about it dissipate as the story moves on. And, I quite liked it towards the end of the run. Now, the only issues that I still have, you're talking about the the costume, Tony. They changed it in issue 6. So
the cape. Okay.
There we go.
Wow.
And they say new costume. So yeah, and in fact, they give her a nice little intro of the costume, and she said, well, I've been to the marketplace bartering for a fresh outfit. My original costume was designed for a Mygorg castle slave, not a woman who sleeps out in the in the rough and tumble, and I'm leading a rebellion. So yeah, so it took a year. If this came out, it took a year for them to clothe her properly for her mission. And there are some interesting other characters that were introduced later on, particularly this other woman character that I thought was great. So I hate the first issue with a passion, but overall, I think if you could get past that, I quite like it.
So I have never read this title, although I was familiar with it. And I feel like the odd man out that I don't have any in my collection. I have seen some, like said, in the dollar bins. I've also seen like completed sets of it and people asking like $20. I'm like, I ain't doing $20 for 8 issues, because that's all it lasted. And I've had this curiosity with this character for a while. I will say I really like the Mike Vosberg artwork. Really like that. I think that that's strong. The story, at least in the beginning, I'm kind of like, it didn't necessarily hook me. I really wonder what was going on that after 2 issues, her creator left the title as a writer.
Right.
That's what I would like to know.
There's in the first book, there's a editor's note that is really difficult to read these days. And the editor was Joe Orlando, who I really liked from his time on like the mystery titles and stuff. So to have him be editing this, it's like written upon a star. He basically is saying, oh, give us some credit. We're doing a book about a girl. But this is not feminism. This is absolutely, positively not feminism. It's about any psychological babble about a psychological awakening and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I wonder if the letters to the editor or the sales of this thing were just so miserable that they were like, oh God,
Well, is she supposed to be DC's answer to Red Sonja?
Yes,
because Red Sonja was being published.
Yeah, and they talk about God, there's somewhere in there. It's like, but don't confuse her with someone else at another magazine. So yeah,
it is.
But I don't know that much about Red Sonja, but I have to believe she's more interesting than this. But at least in the first issue. So
yeah. So would you recommend that both of you? Would you recommend like I pick some of these up or not? Because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to get all 8 of them.
If the price is right, absolutely. It's a neat little piece of DC history. It's definitely not going to pay off your house, but it's just kind of cool to have.
Well, and I think it's an interesting bookend to Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? That the same company, the same entity that gave us Wonder Woman in her glory, in the Golden Age, and then the Silver Age and the Bronze Age. Silver Age, Bronze Age was kind of coming back to see what they could come up with for what did they think a strong female character was all about in the 70s. So, yeah, I think it's totally worth it for $15-20. What the heck,
Yeah.
And the later issues are an easier read, I think. So
that's good. So, and maybe we'll tackle those, which is in the future, which is why we just did the first 3 this time. Maybe we'll hit the rest of them in a future retro review. So,
Jackson's right. It does end well. It's abruptly, but it does end well. So, it's a rough start, but
okay, cool. I also want to say hi to Olivia Miller. Olivia, we're going to answer your questions in a little bit, okay? But I did see you there, and I didn't want you to think that we weren't happy that you're here, because we're very happy that you're here. So
thank you.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to say about this Starfire?
So how did they change? When did they just give up on this Starfire and then start again?
I personally think that probably after issue 8 is when they gave up, and we have never seen this Starfire since.
Okay.
I don't even think this Starfire made even a background appearance in Crisis on Infinite Earths, which like there was only like a dozen DC.
Everybody in copyright did.
Yeah. And I don't even think she made that. She's like Almighty Isis, who didn't make an appearance in that either. So, yeah. We need more Starfire fan art. Yes. Yeah, where did that go?
It's a boating accident.
Oh, okay.
Severe boating accident. No, the wife gave me some ultimatums. One of them included my facial hair. So,
okay.
I was bullied into it.
Well, Olivia must ask you a question.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, cool.
But it's weird. It'll take me another 8.5 years to grow it back because it's nice and slow.
Yeah. We're gonna do the book show segment, then we'll chat a little bit with the chat. I'm actually gonna go first this time. So since I teased a little bit about the book show, what I like to do first is talk about what's currently on my channel and then what's coming up. What's currently on my channel, the other big comic book company had a movie that came out this week. So I've been doing a lot of content geared towards that on my channel, including my back issue of the week, which is issue number 1 of Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man. And my Lasso Loot video had some Spider-Man stuff that I recently added into my collection, including some promo posters that I bet the SK would think is pretty cool. So that's what's currently on my channel. And then on Instagram, I showed a bunch of Spider-Man covers as well. I did a week of that. So what's coming to the channel, back issue of the week, is a DC Future State character.
Uh-oh.
Yes, so that's going to be the back issue of the week that's short dropping tomorrow morning. And then my Lasso Loot video, which I'm still in the process of working on. It isn't completed yet. It's going to have some DC and Marvel. It's going to have Childhood Memory. It's going to have a slab. It's going to have original art, kind of. Technically, yes. Technically, yes. By a big name. But it's not as exciting as you think it might be. And it's going to have more posters. It's going to have a bunch of DC posters. Some that I wouldn't send to the Signature King because I kept them for myself. So,
blasphemy.
yes, SK, you have to tune in to see what you could have had.
Wow.
So,
well, I don't want to see what I could have had. I don't want to see that.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm showing this week, what you could have had. So that's what's on and coming up on my channel. As for a book show, I don't have anything with this Starfire, but I have other Starfires. So 8 years before this Starfire that we featured tonight, the Teen Titans had a male superhero named Starfire, who made his very first appearance in issue 18 of Teen Titans Volume 1. That's him in the green. So that was the DC's very first Starfire. Russian superhero.
Oh, he's Russian. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's of no relation to the current Starfire?
None of these Starfires have anything to do with one another, except for their names.
Okay.
So this was his first appearance, and he made a couple appearances with the Teen Titans. And then they kind of forgot about him. They recycled the name Starfire for the series that we featured tonight in the Retro Review. And then, let's see, about 5 years later after our Starfire that we featured tonight in the Retro Review was done, we got the one that is the most known. The one also associated with the Teen Titans, this Starfire, created by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. So here's a Teen Titans spotlight on Starfire. Here's a nice newsstand version, but we also got the direct edition too.
Oh,
cool.
So got both of them there. And that's what I decided for my book show tonight. Since I didn't have our Starfire, I thought of the previous one. And Olivia's saying I thought the name was Red Star. Yeah, that was a good name, but it actually was Starfire. So
that's cool.
Yes. So there you go for my book show. We will turn it over to Signature King. What do you have for a book show?
Book show.
On your channel. How many subscribers are we at?
I'm pushing 22,000. So
Oh my gosh, you poor baby.
I've crossed the 21,000 subscriber. I'm sitting like 21.6 or 7. I don't know. But we'll get there someday.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone, new and old, who subscribed. But for a book show, I did go with Starfire, and my Starfire is signed. That's weird. And I have Starfire #1 signed by writer David Michelinie.
Oh, good for you.
Did he have anything to say about that?
He's no, he seemed very confused about where he was. He's
Okay.
He's not a spring chicken. I got a couple things signed by him, and he owed me some change. And when I was done, and I was just standing there, he's like, "Do you need anything else signed?" I was like, "Oh no, that's okay. Can I have my change, please?" He's like, "What do I owe you again?" I was like, "Dude, come on. We were there for like maybe 5 minutes." But he did sign something else for me. He signed my Torok #1 that they printed 8.5 billion of these, so that's pretty cool.
Are you trolling Jason right now?
No, he has one. He has one.
I know he does, but I mean.
And last but not least, not signed by David Michelinie, but signed at the same convention, the Superman Treasury 2025 Hero for All, signed by Brett Breeding up at the top.
Oh, nice.
That's a cool cover.
Cool. Yeah.
I like Brett Breeding's signature.
Yes, he is a great person. I love talking to him. He's super duper cool. I forgot. I do have one more signature I'm going to show off here. Also signed by Dave Michelinie. Doorway to Nightmare #1. First Madame Xanadu. This one was like, I have to get this one signed.
Mm-hmm.
If I will trade all those just to get this one signed. So very
I
happy.
didn't know that I knew you had that signed, but I didn't know you had the Starfire signed.
Yeah, I got they look really well together. Very
Nice.
cool. Yeah. But yeah, coming up on the channel, I did get an AOK from Dear Wolf, who appeared in the chat. I'm actively filming it right now. The problem is it takes me like 85 takes to do like a 5-minute video.
You're a perfectionist, aren't you?
And it's not like it's sure, maybe you could call it that, but like I'll be doing a video and I'll edit it and it'll be like, oh man, my hat was like this. And I was like, the whole thing is scrapped. Start over from the top. We cannot fix it in post. We have to start over. But yeah, that's coming. He did send me a very nice AOK. I'll save the surprise for what it is. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Okay.
So thank you.
Cool. And then Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe, I watched a video of you on another channel.
Oh
recently,
yeah, yes.
Which was really good.
Oh, thank you. I have archived it on mine, but if you go to Mr. McGroovy, and we had a marvelous chat where basically he let me talk about myself for an hour. So I had a great time. But it was a really fun interview. He's in the United Kingdom, so we have friends across the pond. And we talked about our history collecting and Jackson Roy Kirk. If you haven't checked this out, you really should, because if you think I destroy comics and I just turn them into dioramas. Paul turns them into items of apparel.
That's true.
That's all
he did.
I'll say. That's all I'll say about it.
And one of them was a Silver Age Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So check out Mr. McGroovy and his channel. It's a great channel, by the way.
Yeah.
He's got 360 subs. I'd love it if he got some
let's
more,
support
because
him.
he's a great guy. He really is. So for my book show, and then the only other thing that's new is the the Poor Magic Lasso video that you should just check out. It's if you need a little laugh.
What do you mean a little laugh? What about a giant size laugh?
Man thing laugh. Okay, so for my book show, I don't have much, but what I do have is Action Comics number 1100, the variant cover with Lois Lane.
Yep.
And what was interesting is I posted a photo of this, I think, on my Instagram, and Ryan came back almost immediately with the exact same thought I had when I saw it, which is the pencil there makes her ear look like she's a Vulcan or something.
Yes.
It's weird. It's just weird. But it's Lois Lane on the cover. It's a nice cover. Action. I mean, who'd have thunk 1100 issues in? Action Comics is still a going concern. So yay. Now I've gotten a head start on Christmas, and I was going to save this. I know, but I saw this and I had to have it. Shiver Suspense Stories. But look at that cover. Look at that art. This mommy killing Santa Claus.
Oh boy.
And look at the little kid. Look at the
yeah.
And there's another one that's coming in the mail to me soon. So I haven't even I know nothing about this book. I was just rooting around on the eBay and saw it, and I'm like, yeah.
What are you typing in your searches that comes up as a response?
Don't know. Murderous females. So yeah, this is new in the collection, and I'm just so proud. And so I can't wait for, I'm gonna ask the Wi-Fi hotspot if I can put, we decorate our mantle every year with boughs of holly. I'm gonna ask if I could put this on there.
It's festive.
It isn't it?
Yes.
So,
Although I'm pretty sure you're going to get coal in your stocking this year.
yeah. Like,
Santa is not coming to your house.
Santa is going to skip right by.
You
So-
put that up for Halloween and keep it up through the end of the year.
Oh, now there's an idea. There's an idea.
Which, by the way, a few days ago when it was July, I did see my first Halloween candy in stores.
What?
Yep.
I saw the
I
Reese's
see-
pumpkins.
Oh man.
It's here. Yep.
Yeah. So, Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe has already answered Olivia's question. What about you, SK?
I
The
did
Action
not.
Comics 1100. I didn't
did
either, but
not.
they had some great covers, I thought. Some really good covers to choose from. And Olivia is also asking, I think this is for you, Sarah. What was your favorite moment of Lois Lane as a mother in recent newer Superman comics?
You know, I haven't been reading them. You know, if I was reading the run where she turned into Superwoman,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't tell you. Although I will say that her as a mother to John, is that who it is?
Yeah.
I would really be interested to have Lois Lane raise a daughter. I always have been really interested to think, what would that?
Yeah, she's a boy mom. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting, and I could think of a lot of areas of potential conflict. Of I think it would be really interesting to have Lois Lane raise daughters, but
Yeah.
maybe
Twins.
maybe
Give her twins.
twin girls. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would be funny. So, sorry, Olivia, you asked me to follow storylines currently. Wrong gal. It starts with Diorama's Progress Murder Santa. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Do we like horror comics or scary comics?
I like scary comics. When I'm a big fan, and we should do that for Halloween sometime, you guys, in October, is do some reviews of some of those mystery titles from the 70s.
Yeah, like House of Mystery or
and
stuff
because
like
they're
that,
just anthologies,
Yeah.
we could literally do one issue and there are
Mhm.
3 stories, and we could
Yeah.
do it that way and just show some cover art. But yeah. La Rua is a daughter in My Adventures with Superman season.
Or it is Laura, maybe
Laura?
a typo.
Yeah. Laura. Because isn't it Superman's mom's? Like
Laura.
Laurel?
Yeah. Lore. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think I'd know that because Superman's mom plays a much bigger role in this thing, which I just read, which I liked a lot.
Then Alan's
Got
needing
no
some
right.
help from us. He's going to draw 3 sketch cards this week. Can you each give me a character I should do?
3 guess. Well, you already did Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I like Deadman. I like Deadman a lot.
Swamp Thing.
Oh, good one.
Giganta.
Giganta. There you go. Yeah, I haven't beaten that one.
Yeah.
Done.
There you go.
Some
Done and
Giganta.
dusted for you, Alan. There we
Easy.
go.
What's next?
Yeah.
Well, don't ask him what's next because it sounds like he needs help on his new video.
I need help on
Taking too
mine.
long. Yeah. And Alan, I'm sorry I didn't click on this comment in time, so I'm not sure which. I made buttons out of a lot of comments. That's true because Tony and I have both been recipients of buttons from comics.
Yeah.
So I recognized the advertisement instantly that mine came from, and I guess he likes our idea.
Glad they come out.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come out great.
So, well, I'm going to have to check that. I know nothing about these shows, so
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's kind of Japanese style animation. I, mean,
Oh,
I can
is it
see why it's
anime stuff?
popular, but it's not. it's not-
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had a good show again.
I think we
tonight,
did
thought.
it. I think we did it.
But there's one thing I have to say, and then one thing we have to talk about before we officially wrap up. If we did our book show, but if you want to do an at-home book show, you can share a cover with us on Instagram. Use the hashtag Fanboys Live and the retro review so we can make sure that we see it. Anything DC Comics orient would be pretty cool. But we need to talk again about the Comic Book Community Awards in case you weren't here at the beginning of the show when we talked about it. It is coming up, and the deadline is Saturday. And we have to have the most nominations in this period that we're in right now just to be able to become a top 5 finalist, which is why we keep stressing this. And so people have nominated us already.
Please.
Oh, and we need to talk about the solo Shebab nomination.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yes.
Apparently, and I have probably more than one nomination in there, so I think I'm really in the running.
You do.
For best beard,
Yes.
which is what is it? Most distinctive personal characteristic.
Trademark or
Trademark
something.
or characteristics. So if you go to cbcawards.com, find the category that says most distinctive personal trademark or characteristic, and just write in Shebab best beard.
So
I could taste it, you guys. I could taste this.
This is the game plan. I'm going to reveal it here for the first time. So this way it's also time stamped and people can say that this has been in the process for a while. Okay.
All
This
right.
year for, we are going for Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe for best beard. What is the category again? What is it? Most distinctive trademark or
Personal trademark.
okay, personal trademark.
Yeah.
So this year we want best beard, Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe.
Right.
Next year for personal trademark, Magic Lasso Giant Size Man Thing. So this year we're starting with Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe, but next year we're gonna go for Man Thing.
Well, and I thought you were going to say next year Tony, because by the time next year rolls around, he will have had time to grow his beard back. So
I'm tired of my Man Thing not being appreciated. So
Yeah,
is
your Man Thing
next-
definitely ain't winning any awards. But then again, neither is mine.
so don't nominate this year for the boys. Best beard, personal trademark or whatever, Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe, and then put beard in parentheses afterwards.
yeah. I think what's the man's name who runs the show? I think he knows. I think
Brian LCS?
Brian. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Brian is sadly well aware of this particular effort to get me nominated.
SK's crown will be third year.
Okay.
Yeah, year 3, finally, I'll get some
Yeah.
appreciation around
Love
here.
for the
Yeah.
crown. Love
Yeah.
for the crown.
Rod has stopped in to see us. Hi, Rod. Hope that you've had a nice
Hey,
weekend.
Rod.
Yeah, and he says hit that like and subscribe, of course. Yeah, make sure to go and vote for the show. I think I put a link to the in the description for the video as well.
Yeah.
And if you're not subbed to Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe or Signature King, make sure to do that as well.
And the categories we're going for is best live stream and Shebab's beard.
Yes,
Yeah.
those are the ones we're really campaigning. I mean, if you want to nominate us in other categories, that's cool too, and that's fine. But the ones that we are really actively trying to, because we're not trying to be selfish.
The ones we're
Not at all.
There are two that we're begging for, and
Yes,
that's,
we're begging,
we're
begging you.
Oh God! But it has been fun, and the good news is that after next week, there will be a new. If we make the top five, then there'll be other rounds of videos from us asking you
Yes.
to vote us in for the top award.
We've
If
never
not,
made
then
the
we
top
stop.
5.
No,
We-
it would be
we've never
such
made
a
the top
great. It would be literally.
Did you guys see the trophy that Brian put on
Yes.
Instagram? The trophies look very cool.
It's a golden spinner rack.
Yeah.
How great!
So
is
if
that?
we let's just throw
Let's
it out there and say,
fantasize,
let's
shall we?
pretend we Fanboys wins. Okay, do we each get one, or
Yes.
do we have to get one and share it?
Nope.
I think
I mean,
I think it's just one.
I thought it was 3 because when I asked, well, we could talk about it afterwards. He said he would acknowledge all 3 winners, and to me
Okay.
that means
Oh
you.
well, if there's only one,
Well,
it
it's
has-
going to rotate.
No. No, it's you guys can fight over it. Tony's room, I think it would look lovely back there, behind your shoulder on the table. So right there, exactly.
Yeah.
Subtlety, right? So
Well, yours would look nice next to that big chicken.
it would. It would. If it
And
could-
Lasso's would look amazing next to his giant size.
Man thing. Oh, no. God.
Yeah.
Oh God, you guys. Yeah, so thank you to all who voted. You're very kind.
Yeah. So this is our last fanboy show. I'm mentioning it on my recorded video on Tuesday, and you might see some stuff on socials of us this week, just reminding you. But this is the last big bag for this time because the cutoff is Saturday.
Well, and the next time there's a live stream. Listen, if we make the finals, I'm coming on whoever is on the live stream.
Okay.
I'm coming. We have to have a little celebration, right?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you may, whenever he announces that, believe me, we'll get together with some champagne or something.
Oh, Alan, there will be pictures, there will be videos, there will be, it
For
will be
subscribers.
yeah, it will be blasted all over my Only Lassos page.
Only $5.99 a month. You can see it.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
you'll be green with envy.
Oh Lord. I need to get some giant sized man things.
I never thought I'd hear you say that.
I know. Well, as I've said before, I never really got into man thing. But since it's been such a important part of the show here, I think I owe it to myself to get some into the collection.
I think you don't get the regular size. Just get the giant
Giant.
size one. Yeah, the giant size one.
man
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Okay.
You have been watching.
The greatest DC Comics show on YouTube. Fanboys Live and the Retro Review.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you have a happy, healthy, and safe week. Our special guest next week is Super Russ 9000. So we're going to see what he's going to pick up for us to review in the retro review. We're looking forward to it. Thank you again for all in the live chat. If you were watching on the rewind, thank you for making it to the end. We hope you had as much fun as we did. And we will see you soon. Until then, bye-bye.